Welcome back to Design Your Destiny. Let's do a quick little mini episode here and talking about tuning in, how to tune in to your intuition so that you know you are following your path of alignment, so that you are following your intuition, trusting that part of your inner voice. You know, I talk about the inner voice all the time. And majority of the time when I'm talking about the inner voice, I'm really talking about your inner critic, the thoughts that roll around in your head. If you're one of the people who has conversations with yourself, that's typically what I'm talking about with the inner voice. But your intuition is also a part of your inner voice. Your thoughts and your inner critic is the 3D part of your inner voice. Your intuition is your connection to your soul, to your higher self, that knowing that has nothing to do with anything you've experienced here on this physical earth. Now, to be really clear, a lot of people think about their gut feelings, and they think that their gut feelings are their intuition. Your gut feelings, and I'm emphasizing the word feelings, are based on past experiences that you've had or past experiences that others have had that you witnessed. And something is triggering your instinctual fight or flight response. That's why we get that feeling in our gut. We can feel it when we're excited. We can feel it when we are fearful of something. We get those butterflies. We get jittery. We feel it in our gut. So anytime you are feeling it, I want you to think about the fact that a thought or a perception subconsciously precedes an emotion, and the chemical response generated by that emotion creates your feelings. So it's a thought or a perception. So think of a thought as a conscious awareness of a perception. That thought or perception precedes the emotion. The emotion triggers the chemical release in the brain, which generates the physical feeling in the body. Now, when you're dealing with your gut and you're having a gut feeling, you can ask yourself, what am I feeling? What's causing me to feel this way? What do I think about this? And then you can decipher that gut feeling. Sometimes our gut feelings are right. Sometimes they're wrong. It depends on the model of reality that the perception is based on. And we're not going to go into that today. What I want to get into is the intuition. Your intuition is a flat knowing. It's an absolute flat knowing. There's no feeling behind it. And a lot of times it doesn't make logical sense for what you're doing. So you can have a lot of evidence that you want to make an investment in your business. You have a lot of evidence that this is a good investment, that this is something that's going to work well for you. So you can have evidence to that effect. You may have even done previous work with the person and you're like, you know what, I can trust them. I've done work. I've gotten good results. And even though you're committed to this investment, something inside of you says, don't do it. And you're like, no, this is going to be great. Don't do it. And then you're like, you know what? I have this big vision. I've worked with this person before on this project. They're going to be great for that project. Let's go. And you ignore your intuition. You go into the project, and then let's just say there's not really an issue with the person that you're working with, but let's say something catastrophic, unforeseen happens, and you've had this deadline. You wanted things done by a certain time, and now something has happened in their life, and they suddenly can't follow through on the project, and things just kind of fall apart, right? Your intuition, your higher self knew that it wasn't going to work out, and it was telling you, no, don't do it. And you did it anyway. I did this with an investment once in my own coaching. that I wasn't certain. I kept going back and forth. And what had happened was I wanted what I wanted so badly. It was clouding my judgment. And I rationalized it to myself that the reason that I was doubting it was because I was afraid of being that successful, when really it was my intuition. So I didn't dive deep enough. So are we going to 100% recognize our intuition? No, but it's a great goal to strive for. So how do you tune into that intuition? The first thing is to quieten our thoughts, to really be able to be in silence and to be present. Just this morning, I was sitting, and I wouldn't even really say I was meditating. I didn't have my eyes closed. I was just sitting quietly and thinking to myself, what is it that I need to know today? Like, what would you have me know so that today goes well? And some things just started to come through. They were just kind of matter of fact. This is your priority today. Work on that today. I was like, okay, cool. That's what I will do. Sometimes the intuitions are bigger. And what I really love about intuition is a lot of times it will open your eyes up to something new and inspiring. And you never know where that's going to lead. You might be thinking, well, I really didn't want to create a coaching program, and something's going, nope, it's time. Do it. Do it. And you may end up creating a coaching program, or maybe you end up going out on a date with someone because your intuition is saying, you know what, go out with him. And you're like, I really don't know if, he works a crazy schedule, don't know if it'd fit. And there's something going, nope, go out on a date with him, talk to him, say hello. And next thing you know, it's an amazing relationship. And who knows, you might get married and have a family. Leaning into that intuition is so sweet. And it's it's one of those things that's life changing when you learn to pay attention to it. And it takes practice to tune in and to listen and to be aware of it, and to learn to discern, right? What is your intuition? When you tune into it, you will know it when you experience it. And then you don't have to question it anymore. You don't have to ask yourself, okay, why did my intuition tell me to talk to this guy and maybe go on a date with him? Was that really my intuition, or was it something else? Once you explore it and you get to know it and you become familiar with your intuition, it becomes much easier, and you will learn to follow that intuition, because after a period of time, you're going to have that intuition. It's going to come through and you're going to go, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm doing this. And you do it. And then something happens. You're going like, oh, I should have known. It was my intuition. I should have known better. I knew not to do that. My intuition told me don't do it. And I did it anyway. So to tune into your intuition, quieten those thoughts, practice sitting in silence, and just simply put out into your energy field, what do I need to know today? And I want to give you an example because I'm about to wrap this up. I want to leave you with this example because I'm pretty sure everyone listening to this has experienced intuition. If you have a car and you've ever been driving, and all of a sudden you got the nudge to go home a different way or to go to your destination, whatever it was, you get the nudge to go a different way and you do it. You're like, I don't know why I want to turn left, but let's take this route. Let's take the scenic route. Then you get home and you find out that, I don't know, maybe there was an accident, or maybe there was some unexpected road construction happening or whatever the case may be. If you had gone your regular way, you would have been caught in traffic and you would have been maybe late getting home. You would have missed the kids getting off the bus, or you would have missed an important phone call that came through at home. Like for some reason, you were meant to be on that other path. It might even be if there was an accident that if you didn't go the alternate route, there's a good chance you would have been in that accident. I've most definitely had that happen before. And I learned once I got into hypnosis and I really began to pay attention to things back in 2013, 2014. If I found that I was running late for something, say, for example, the light started changing and I start getting caught by lights, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late. And I would say, wait a minute, there is a reason I'm caught at this light. Like there is a reason for me to be here right now and not a half mile up the road. And I can tell you, there have been times where if things had gone the way I wanted them to go, as opposed to the way the universe played them out, then I had a very good likelihood of being in an accident. And I just missed those types of things and was able to take a detour and didn't get caught up in the mess of the accident. So anyway, that's my tips on your intuition, learning to stay in alignment because your intuition guides you to your aligned path, and to tell the difference between that and your gut feelings. Now, if you haven't yet hit six figures in business and you're new as an entrepreneur, you feel like you're kind of all over the place, you really don't have a plan, you're chasing shiny objects, and no one has ever taken the time to really walk you through what are the foundations of a sustainable business and how to have that while staying in alignment with what it is that you truly want without the burnout and the overwhelm, then I want you to join me for my masterclass on September 20th. Be the CEO of your life. I'll put the link below. Sign up for the masterclass. And if you want to, you can upgrade to the VIP session. We're going to be part live in my Facebook group. And then for the VIP session, we're going to be behind the scenes. We're going to be doing some coaching, maybe a little bit of hypnosis. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but it will be fitting to the people who choose to upgrade to VIP and be there. You get access to the replay if you do the VIP. I will see you there. Bye now.